How are you all? I hope you're all well. Coming to you, well, I'm coming to you live from Melbourne, Australia. And today I have a very special guest with me, somebody who I absolutely love and adore. And honestly, seeing her journey over the last 2 years, really, I've known her for a little bit longer than that, but I've had like an insight into her journey the last 2 years. It's just been such a joy. I want to introduce to you my friend and also legacy coaching client, Bwalya Desmond, who is from Wisconsin. Did I say that right?
You did.
So Bwalya, today is all about you. I'll be asking you some questions. And the reason why I wanted you to come on here, I know you know, but just for everybody's purpose, is because really in the space of 2 years, Bwalya's life has completely changed. And so I want people to understand the possibility of what your life could look like if you just looked at someone like Bwalya and the decisions that she made, where she started from to where she is right now, because really that's all it takes. And so Bwalya, welcome. I'm so proud of you. Just for the audience, just share who you are, where, why you're building your business, and where were you at 2 years ago?
Well, thank you so much for having me, Coach Elsa. My name is Bwalya Desmond, and yes, I do live in Wisconsin, and we have warm weather right now, so I'm rejoicing in that. And I'm so grateful for this journey, because when I started working with Coach Elsa, my life was completely different. I had no team. I was struggling. I had no idea how to be a leader. And, I watched Coach Elsa when we were in the Higdon group, and everybody that was working with her was always winning. They were winning. And I kept thinking, I want to win too. And really, she's a dream. She is an answer to prayer for me. I asked the Lord, how can I work with her? And then she announced that she was starting the Legacy Academy, which is what you all are in. So I jumped. I just said, you know what, I need to be close to her. I need to figure out what it is that she's going to do. And started working with her. And guys, free is good, but it wasn't enough. It's okay to be in a program where you're getting the free stuff, but I knew that still wasn't enough. I needed that one-on-one. I needed her to know what it was that I was looking for, so that I could actually get on a path that would help me win. And so that's what I did. She announced the altitude, and I jumped right in. I said, help me. I have no idea what I'm doing. I need to build this thing, because I had a dream, but really it was kind of an out there dream. I never believed that I would achieve it, but I now had an opportunity. So I jumped in, and that's how my journey began with Coach Elsa. And I remember saying, Coach, I don't know how to do this.
I know. I remember that first coaching call. I remember it so well. You said to me, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know. You tell me exactly what to do and I will do it. I've made a commitment that I'm going to be coachable, and I'm just going to do it all. And honestly, you've done it all. And side note to Bwalya's story, she works full time. Well, I don't know what her hours are like now, but up until she was working very, very long hours at that point. And she would even just do low production, something, right? She just wanted to change her circumstances. She had some very big goals. So tell me, look, not mentioning your work ethic now, right? But 2 years ago, do you remember how you were showing up and what you were doing every day before we started?
Well, I thought I was doing activity that would help me, and I really wasn't. I was busy, but I was busy just being busy. I would scroll through social media. I had no idea what time management meant. I really didn't understand what it would take to build a business. I really didn't. I lacked leadership skills. And then I lacked, just the commitment of saying, you know what, you have an hour. This is what you can do in an hour for your business. Because I believe that you had to spend hours trying to work this business. But really, when you zoned in and you told me, no, Legacy 5x5, these are the things that I need you to do every single day. And I promise you, if you do them, they're going to work. So I thought, well, I'm seeing her succeed. And that's what I was looking for. So I made that commitment to do that activity. And really, it opened my eyes into, how much wrong stuff I was doing, and thinking I was actually doing work. That was an
It's a
eye-opener.
really good point that you bring up. Well, honestly, you don't realize how powerful that point where you said, I was busy being busy, right? And I think that is a very big problem, is a lot of people are busy, but they're not doing the things that they need to be doing. They're thinking just like by jumping on Zoom after Zoom after Zoom after Zoom, that they're building their business, or by just scrolling and commenting, which is good, but that's just not enough. It's all very surface level. And so a lot of people going, I'm not having traction. But when I said to you, hey, listen, there are some things that you need to do, and you just need to do these things and only these things. It's amazing how much your productivity just absolutely increased. Now, do you remember, I think it was around about 6 months in, it may even be, actually, no, in that November, I think you had your biggest month. It was like Black Friday and everyone was in sales buying mode because you had very little customers and no team. Okay. Do you remember you started attracting like a certain number of customers every month? And I'm going, wow. And it didn't take long, did it?
No, because when you do the right activity, the results just fall through, they just follow. They follow. And I thought, oh my goodness, it really does work. You've just got to do it. So that was fantastic, because for the first time in how long, I actually had a growing team. I had people who actually wanted to be on the team. You know, let me take you back a little bit. I had bought into the idea, I bought into this story that everybody that joined me left me. Because I had uplined before. Do you remember I had that mental block of, I really don't even want to attract people because they're going to leave. As sad as that was my reality. That was the story I bought into. And you're like, no, if people leave, they're leaving because they're not meant to be there. So that was another eye opener. Like, no, really, if they leave, it's not because of you. If they're leaving, it's because they were not meant to be there.
Yep.
And so that was another breakthrough.
And I remember like it started off like you started attracting 5 customers a month, and then it moved up to 10 customers a month, and then it was like 20 customers a month, 25 customers a month. It was like literally growing and growing and growing exponentially. And then you were just thinking to yourself like, man, it's happening. Like, I don't know, because I'd say to you, so what are you doing? You're just doing what you're telling me to do, right? And it's just
so much fun.
And so I know that in the middle of last year you made a change, and I know a lot of people make changes, etc. But I mean, a lot of people make changes and they still achieve the same result because they haven't personally developed. I mean, you were already starting to see huge growth in your existing business, but when you made a change, it just literally exploded, and you have not looked back since. Now, these are things that you once dreamed about. I remember you telling me some of the things that you wanted to achieve, and literally, I mean, because you were personally developed and you had already started to build that momentum and you're mastering your skill set, you were absolutely ready. So, I mean, without, income disclaimer, guys, by the way, I'm just going to put a massive income disclaimer. Bwalya's results and, everything that she's achieved since we started working together are directly correlated to her efforts. And so there's no guarantee or anything like that. But I think I can safely say that if you apply the 3-step system and you do it consistently over time, just like Bwalya, you will have a shift and experience change in your life. What that is, I don't know, but let's just look at Bwalya. What sort of results did you start experiencing, like number of enrollments and customers and things like that?
Oh my gosh. So actually, I think December was my biggest month. Going into January, it was like, oh my gosh, I'm going into this thing, just huge. I think that was the first time I got like a $5,000 month. And I thought, oh my gosh. That was a big deal for me. Actually, that momentum to go into the new year was absolutely life-changing.
If I could sorry to cut you off, Bwalya, just so for everyone's purposes, like Bwalya, whilst we've been coaching in not such a short period of time after we started, she started achieving she achieved her first 4-figure check. Do you understand? Like, up until that point, she'd not achieved that before. And then it was just a normal thing. And then I said to her, wait, the 5,000 is coming. I'd say to her, it's coming. You just got to keep going. And then that's what happened. She achieved the $5,000 check. And so when you start seeing that happen, you double down on your focus. So when you achieve milestone checks like that, 5,000, one of two things will happen. Either you take the foot off the pedal because you think you get complacent, you go, oh, I've arrived, or you double down on your focus and then acceleration really happens, which is exactly what Bwalya did. So continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just get excited hearing your story.
Well, I get excited too, because one of the things that I struggled with earlier was in the other company was I couldn't get myself to rank up. Do you remember that? It was month after month after month and no ranking. And then all of a sudden here I am and I ranked 3 times. It was insane. That was just another wow. So the bonuses were flying in, it was when you're living it and you're saying, wow, it really can happen.
It does work.
Yeah, it does work.
The system works and the profession works, right? Because a lot of people still don't believe that you can make money in network marketing. And I just go, man, like I'm living proof. I've got coaching clients that are living proof. They're getting paid. Like they're genuinely getting paid from customer sales and teams that are achieving things. So, I totally discredit anybody that tells me you can't get paid. Of course you can get paid. Yeah.
And seeing my kids get excited. They were like, Mom, you're doing it. So that in itself was just, it's such a good feeling to know you're doing something for the family and you're doing it. And they notice and they're cheering you on.
I just want to say the biggest milestone for me where I got so emotional when you hit your $500,000 in volume, or $500,000 in volume, because I just thought, wow, like I remember when, look, I'm getting emotional now. I remember when, right, that first call.
You called me.
Like, and I called you and I just said, I'm so in awe. Like when people come into my world, I pray that I might be able to be of service and to help my coaching clients achieve their potential. And then, just to see it unfold, I just think, oh my goodness, I'm so grateful that God has given me this gift, because just to see it and experience it, it's just it's like a drug, Bwalya. Like it's like you just want this for everybody. Do you understand? You just want this for everybody, and just for you, like you work so hard and you're of service too. Like there's been several times where you've come into my messenger and say, listen, can I pray for you? Or, do you know anyone that needs some prayers? And you're just someone that really loves serving. So you are so deserving of all of this, right? But I also want you to not to, because whilst Bwalya has just achieved some incredible things, right? I also want Bwalya to talk through how challenging it's been as well, because it has been a journey for her where she's had to take on a lot of expansion, like we all do, or every single one of us grows and expands as part of this evolution. And so again, one of two things happens. Either people use those obstacles or challenges as reason for not to win, or not to keep going, or to quit, or just focus on the things that they're not achieving, or they step in, lean in, and trust in the plan, trust in the growth, trust in the fact that they need to go through this, and they learn the lessons and just keep moving, which is exactly what you have done, Bwalya. So just if you could just talk through the challenges and the obstacles and all the lessons, etc.
Yeah, especially just recently, beginning in March, I think this is June. Beginning in March, my husband and I went on a trip. We came back and it's like everything just started happening. Everything that we could face financially started happening, whether it was the cars or, we have properties here and we had a storm and trees on the property, on the rooftops. We dealt with that. Then it was, our accountant dealing with taxes and everything else, and it was just like one thing after the another, and it was like breathing room. We just needed to breathe. But I had to rely on, you've told us so many times, listen, you're going to face this stuff. It's not going to be a nice little coasting thing. Everything is going to be you're always going to have to go uphill, right? You're going to have to go uphill. Things are going to try to trip you up, but you're going to need to fight because it's a testing. How badly do you want it? Are you ready? And so forth. So it's, I take this as a test. Has it been easy? No, it has not been easy at all. But I realize and recognize, I'm a believer in Jesus. So I recognize when the enemy is trying to attack, but we stand firm. We stand firm that this is we're still providing a service to people, right? So I just want to plug this into people. Make sure that you're taking care of your team, because when you are facing adversity, they really don't care that you're facing adversity. But if you can help your team early on, you can help them to be self-sufficient.
Yes.
Okay. Just don't be the know-it-all, the person to go to for everything, because they're going to struggle. When you're dealing with struggles, they're going to struggle because you need to protect your energy, right? So therefore, you still have to come up with the energy, still be able to attract the people and so forth. But be good to your team, because when you're facing adversity, they will rise.
Yep.
They learn how to do what you have done. So
Yep.
I think that's just important. It's very important. Take care of the team, make sure that you're still able to communicate with them, but so they're not needy.
Can I just ask, how different are you mindset wise compared to 2 years ago?
Oh, 360 degrees. 360 degrees. Yeah. Because even through the adversity, am I fearful? No. Because I've realized now you can start over.
Yes.
The skills,
and you're not afraid because you've done it, right? You're not afraid. You've done it. You can do it again.
You can do it again. And, just recently, a couple of weeks ago, our company announced that they're not going to do any business in the US. We live in the US. So, here goes another shift.
Yes.
Here goes another shift.
Yep. And see, those sorts of things will always come forward for your expansion. I can't remember exactly what happened, and it's not relevant, but I do remember a coaching call where I came on and I knew straight away there was something not right. And I just said, what's happened? And she spoke it through, and I just said to her, listen, all of this is going to continue happening. Like, this is a forever thing. And I think when Bwalya really got it, that, okay, like, I'm signing up for this. I'm all in, regardless of whether it's smooth or rough. I'm all in. I think that's when everything just really clicked, because I think a lot of people, Bwalya, have an idea that they sign up for the business and straight away they're going to get sales. This is going to be easy, like it's one straight line, and it's the complete opposite.
Complete opposite.
Right? It's the complete opposite. And so that's why I love talking real. Do you know what I mean? Like, being real with people, because I don't want to say to people, hey, listen, this is like, you're going to make 100,000 in 30 days or 6 months or anything like that. Like, success takes time. And because I bought into the whole quick success in the first 3 years of my journey, I don't want that for anybody. I really don't. I want everyone to know that all things are possible, yes, but you've got to be committed to the process of change. And I will speak truth to people. So, Bwalya, like, what are some of the things that you want to share with the Academy about what it really takes to build a business? Because you are successful, right? And like you said before, if you were to start again, you've got the DNA already injected. You already know what you need to do. And that's the thing, guys. Like, once you've done it once, like, you can go ahead and just and do it again and again and again and again, because it's in your DNA. You already know, and you're not scared. But what would you say to somebody that is where you were 2 years ago?
Coach Elsa believed in me way before I believed in myself, to be quite honest. I loved the one-on-one coaching. If you are, still stuck in that group, it's easy to hide in a group. It really just is. Get that one-on-one coaching. Have her help you see the things that you're stuck in. Why are you stuck? And if you, to be quite honest, she was the perfect coach for me. She's because you just tell me like it is.
Yeah.
Are you serious about this? Okay, this is what we said we were going to do. So Can you tell me why you haven't done it? So it puts it on you, like why it made me grow. Like, why am I not achieving the thing? She said, I see that you can do it.
Yep.
I see it. So it's not what you're telling me, it's what I'm doing, right? It's the lack of what I was not doing really that happened to be the reason that I had to work on my mind. I had to work on my money mindset. It was constant. It was just constant. Where do I need to grow? And being honest. First, you got to be aware, and then you got to be honest with yourself and say, you know what, this is a problem.
Yeah.
But how can I fix it? And just being honest with your coach, this is what's happening, so she can help you. Do the one-on-one. I think that was the game changer for me. And then you got in the altitude, we've got the community of go-getters, and that's where you want to be. You want to be close to the fire. You want to be close to those people who are doing the things that you want to see too. So, they push you, they encourage you. It's the energy is fantastic. They're just a good group.
Yeah.
You need that. So when things aren't going well out here, you still have them that are going to encourage you, that are going to help you keep going and helping you to see what's available and what's possible too.
And so would you say to, someone that's is right now where you were 2 years ago, that all things are possible? Like, did you see how quickly you were going to move 2 years ago when we first started? You probably didn't see it, did you?
No, I didn't see it at all.
Yeah.
I borrowed your faith.
Yeah.
Borrowed your faith all the time. You said, you can do this thing. You're right there.
Yeah.
And then I started to see myself a little bit more. And then I started to see the little wins. I thought, you know what, this thing is possible. And then you start growing, and your team, is learning from you, and they're growing from you. And you start to say, well, I'm actually leading this team.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic feeling. It's, but the possibilities are endless. It's just really, what do you want?
Yeah. That's 100% what you just said then. What is it that you really want? Because when I truly do believe, Bwalya, when you get really clear on what it is that you want to achieve in this lifetime, and you make the decision that you're going to get there, regardless of what it takes from you, right? When I say no matter what, that's what I mean, because some people may interpret that you have to be disingenuous, but that's not what I mean. I mean, no matter what, meaning like you're going to show up no matter what. When you get really clear on that and you make a decision saying, I'm going to do this thing no matter what, nothing can stop you. Like you're still going to face all the things, and it's still going to hurt, and you're going to get frustrated and all of that, but you still keep getting up over and over and over and over again, knowing that you decided that you were going to get there. And I think that is part of the missing piece with a lot of people, is that they haven't, one, decided what it is that they really want, right? And number two, they haven't decided that they're going to do it no matter what. Right. But you decided, you said, I'm doing this thing. Like, I'm doing this thing, whatever it takes, I'm doing it. And I think that was part of the equation that saw you achieve the success. So if you could have, like, just coaching aside, but just in general, 1 or 2 nuggets where you think, hey, people need to know this thing, like this was a game changer for me, this one thing or whatever, like just in general, building a business, what would they be?
People are looking for you. They're looking for you. You might not think so, but you don't know who's praying. You don't know who's down and out. You have no idea, but they're looking for you, right? People want what you have, but they haven't found you yet. So you've got to put yourself out there. It's the only way you're going to find the people. And to really just kind of, the no's mean nothing to me anymore. They used to be a big deal. They used to be a big deal. It would be like, oh my gosh, we got this many no's. No, you need those no's. But you know what? They don't break you at all. It's just, you think, okay, that's one person that, isn't aware yet that they need what I have, or, or whatever. Just keep going. There's so many, people turn 18 every day, right?
Yes.
So you've got somebody that you can meet. There's always somebody that's looking for what you have. And really, to put all things aside, we are world changers, right? We're here to change the world. We're here to help people. And if you can look at it as a ministry, as a mission, then everything else just becomes irrelevant. You've got to help people. You've got to go beyond your little life. Your life might be great right now, but somebody else isn't. Somebody else needs what you have and they're struggling. So just put yourself out there. You don't know who's going to say yes. And time waits for no one. You don't want to look back a year from now, 5 years from now and say, I wish I could have helped more people. I wish I could have done X, Y, and Z. Today's the day. Today's the day that you have. The minute that you have is a guaranteed minute. From then on, you don't know.
100%. I hope everybody picked up some of those nuggets right there. The one thing that I really got out of that, someone turns 18 every single day. That is just gold. Right? Because if you guys don't understand that the minute someone turns 18, especially if you're in network marketing, direct sales, I mean, and even, from a coaching, if you've got a coaching business and you want to help people to develop their coaching business, whatever it is that you're doing here, someone turns 18 every day. Someone loses their job every day. Someone becomes, displaced or loses their house, right, every day, especially in this day and age, right? Someone is finding out today that they're pregnant and they're going to be starting a family. Whole host of things that happen every single day. So people's circumstances change, like Bwalya said, in any minute. And so the fact that if you're not putting yourself out there, or if you're not following up with people, or if you're not believing that you can't change people, simply won't. At the end of the day, you've got to believe in your mission and your voice, like I said, every single day. And I just remembered I can't remember exactly what you said, but you said something like you've got to put yourself out there. And I remember when we were talking about you doing Facebook Lives, and I was saying to her, listen, I think you should be doing Facebook Lives. If you want to recruit and enroll, Facebook Lives is just, I don't know why, but people just really resonate with Facebook Lives when they're looking for leadership, etc. And Bwalya has been doing Facebook Lives every single day for as long as I remember. I think at least a year, like back to back to back. And I'm telling you right now, it is those small habits. Like a Facebook Live doesn't have to be long. It could be like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. And all she does is shares one or two things that she's learned. She's documenting her journey. And people just want to connect with her because they're seeing that she's evolving, she's growing, she can add value to their lives. She's showcasing this is how it's done. And so when people see Bwalya showing up, they're going, man, I can do that. I can do that. And so do you remember, because you've been doing Facebook Lives every day?
Yeah, I was so scared too. Well, and part of the problem was I didn't believe I had anything to say. So if you're out there and you're thinking, you know what, I don't have anything of value to say. Yeah, you are, because if you're growing, you're learning something every day, right? Just share what you're learning.
Yep.
Share what you're learning. Yep. Because somebody else wants to grow too, and they don't know where to start. So they start learning from you and they're like, oh my goodness, I'm gaining something new every day. Do one more thing every day.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Bwalya, for taking the time to come in and share your story, but also to help women. We have over 1,500 women in here, and I'm on a mission to impact over 100,000 women, but also to showcase what's possible, not just through my example, but like Bwalya, and we've got so many other women that are just, oh my God, their lives are so different. But showing, like in Bwalya's case, 2 years. Like, guys, it's literally 2 years, and it was a lot quicker than 2 years, by the way. But 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, July, we started working together, right? So it's been less than 2 years. And so, but that's how quickly it can be for you if you just commit to doing the work every day. And no matter what, and it will happen for you, just like it has for Bwalya. Still going to get the challenges. They're still going to be there. It's how you navigate around them, just like she has. Bwalya, thank you so much. Your story is going to help so many women. Like, I just want you to know how inspirational you are. And, how can people connect with you? because this will also be on my YouTube as well. So, and also my podcast. So how can people connect with you if they want to have some further conversation with you about what you do or anything like that?
Okay, yes, I'm on social media. So if you're looking for me on Facebook, my name is the same everywhere. So just look for me, Google my name, and I'll come up. I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, all the channels. So
Wonderful.
I'd love to.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Bwalya. You are a rock star. Wishing you so much success and for June and beyond. And everybody, Bwalya is just one of many examples. And feel free to connect with Bwalya if you're open to finding out, what she's doing, how she's done it, what's breakthrough moments, or even if you want to just send her some love, whatever. Feel free to connect with Bwalya. She's also good with prayer requests, by the way. She's amazing. So, okay, as well. All right. I love you so much. Well done. I'm proud of you and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Love you so much.
Bye-bye.
The Consistency Queen, brought to you by the Queenie Effect and the Tech Company. For coaching options, please visit elsamorgan.com.